Good afternoon. Hello, hello. How are you doing, guys? You're so close. You're so close to Christmas. So close to making it through the holidays. And I know for some of you, holidays are really rough. And I've talked about that quite a bit lately about the holidays being particularly rough for some people. Some people it has absolutely nothing to do with a passing. For me personally, it's really a lot about. Hi, Malia. It has a lot to do with the stress that surrounds getting everything done and making sure you bought for everybody, and just growing up. The holidays were really stressful in general, and so I think that kind of rolled over for me. Also, seasonal depression, like I was saying on our last live, can be an issue, but for a lot of you, the holiday season is hard because you've lost someone that you love, and they were, for a lot of you, what gave you a spark, what excited you about experiencing these holidays. So I just want you to know that I'm thinking about you, and I'm holding space for you, and I hope and pray that this holiday season isn't quite as rough as those in the past. Hello, everybody. Oh, I just absolutely love you guys. So good to see you. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of extra things in addition to pulling cards for you. First of all, I wanted to share with you about this really neat manifesting story that just happened not long ago. I was teaching a class here at my house, and for years I had a deck in mind that I wanted to get, but a tarot deck. But I just never settled down, Googled it, or Amazoned it and had it shipped to me. I just didn't take the time to do that. Like with just about any other mother out there, my focus is usually almost always on my children, their well-being. Now with homeschooling them, I'm focusing on that a lot. And so I never really got around to ordering this deck, but it was something that I always wanted. And by the time that I decided to think about ordering the deck, the company that I go through quit making it, mainly because the person who designed the deck also gave up all of her royalties and decided that she didn't want to sell this particular deck. So anyways, I'm teaching this class on manifestation, on manifesting the things that you want most in life. And this beautiful soul who I've read several times happened to be there for the class. Her name's Erin Dennis. And she showed me this deck. She's like, I just bought this deck at I believe she said it was a Mennonite thrift store. If you're on, Erin, let me know if I'm wrong here. But I found that to be so funny because I know that Mennonite, Amish, whichever, I know that both of them are very devout Christians. They're about as devout as you can get. And so I found it funny that she went to this thrift store where she found these beautiful cards, Angel of Abundance cards. They were wrapped, brand new. That's the only way I would ever suggest buying used tarot cards secondhand, is if they're wrapped. Don't buy them if they're not wrapped ever. But anyways, she picked them up for 50 cents. And I just the other day, I found because I wanted to share this with her. So hopefully she'll see this later and she'll know. I found them $285 is how much they were going for. There are a few other options out there for way cheaper, but it feels shady to me, some of the other options. So anyways, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to buy that deck. I can't afford it. I'm not interested. She comes in with this deck and she's telling me about it. And I'm like, girl, that is an incredible deck. I can't believe you found that, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I only paid 50 cents for this. And you can have it. And I'm like, what? The beautiful thing about this is we're sitting here talking about manifestation and how to bring into your life the things that you want. And it's almost gotten to a point where I have to watch what I wish for, because my manifesting abilities, just like yours will be once you learn how to do it, are so unbelievably strong that, like I said, I have to watch what I wish for. So she just strolls in with this deck of cards that I've always wanted, called the Angel of Abundance. And it's an original deck by Doreen and Grant Virtue when they were still married. And so, long story short, she gave me the deck, and it was a beautiful, beautiful exchange of gratitude and energy and thoughtfulness and kindness. And it's even more funny that it came from like an Amish Mennonite resale store. And I was laying in bed thinking about that last night. How can you not believe that God has a hand in what I feel like I do for that to happen? I just thought that was so beautiful. So anyways, I'm going to be reading you today from the beautiful deck that Aaron gave me, and I'm doing that kind of as an energy exchange for, this. I'm reading you from this deck because A, I want to teach you about abundance. I want you to be aware of abundance. That's what this deck is about. But B, I want to say thank you in my own way for the universe bringing that to me, for Erin and her beautiful soul bringing that to me. And so anyways, I just wanted to share that with you for a minute. And that's not all I want to talk to you about today. I have a couple other things I'd like to talk to you about before we get started. But I'm going to hold up the card. Special letter today is N. Okay. Special letter is N. And we have, going from my left, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. But if you have the letter N in your first or last name, you will be getting your own special card. So be ready for that. If you haven't already posted your comment for your card in the comments, go ahead and do that. Hold yourself accountable. I tell people to do that because a lot of times they will decide halfway through that maybe a different card or a different number resonated with them better. And I want you to use your intuition. That's what this is all about, to guide you towards the exact information that your guides want you to have. While we're doing that, while you're posting those under there, I know we're welcoming a lot more today. Hello, hello, hello. We're welcoming. Just a quick reminder, one more time, if you have N in your name, make sure that you hold off on putting number in there, because you'll have a special reading just for you. All right. Thank you, Misty. Thank you. The braids are usually, I didn't want to do anything with my hair today, and so that's where we went. But thank you for appreciating that. I love it. I did want to remind you guys that I've been getting a lot of messages about, do I have gift certificates still for sale? Yes, totally have gift certificates for sale still, but we no longer are running the 111 half-hour Black Friday special because we're out of those. I can only handle 60 of those for this year. I do want to tell you too, I will be turning off the ability for people to buy gift certificates on December 25th. And the reason that I do that is because I only have so many slots a year where I can get people in for a reading, and I don't want to disappoint anybody. I want to make sure that I'm not overextending myself. So if you are wanting to get a gift certificate, whether it be for a birthday 3 months from now, or an anniversary 6 months from now, you might want to go ahead and do that, because I won't offer gift certificates after December 25th for the year 2024. Okay. All right. My next Zoom live is the 21st of December And I think that's a Thursday. I'm not for sure if it's Tuesday or Thursday, but it is the 21st of December. It's a Thursday, and it is over halfway sold out. So if you're thinking about joining a Zoom, 25 people or less for 25 bucks, it's so intimate. And I love it because I feel like I really get a chance to talk to you guys more so than when we're at a live event. So if you're considering doing that, please do it. But my next live show and the last live show of 2023 will be on the 23rd. How appropriate. December 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve. I have a show at Monroe City at Maddie's on Main. Super cool venue, very beautiful. There's a bar there, there's food there. I usually hang out afterwards and have a few drinks. So that's always fun, and I invite you to do that. I will be doing a book signing after the show. So if you're planning on coming to that and you'd like to get a book signed, please bring it on. I would love to do that. And we will have some books for sale there too. So if you haven't gotten one, please do. All right. Yeah, Edie, you did get her gift just in time. You're right. You're right. We also have a lot of super cool things coming up for 2023. One of the biggest and where I'm concentrating most of my efforts right now is the YouTube channel. YouTube channel won't be just this. It will be several different things. It'll be, bringing people in to interview them, talking about normal life subjects with them. There will be some readings that are featured as shorts. I have a lot of exciting things in store for 2023, and I can't wait to share that with you. So before we get started, because if I don't do it now, I will forget. No, I'm gonna hold off. I'll do it. Somebody remind me that there's a thing that I want to do before I get off of here. So yeah. Okay. Let's get started. 1, 2, or 3. What did you pick? Number 1, remember these cards are all about abundance. This is an oracle deck, so I'm not reading from a tarot deck, which has 78 cards. This is a 44 card deck, and its theme is abundance. Okay, so for my number 1s, you got the dreams of abundance, and I always say I'm jealous of people who have the ability to dream and get information because I don't have the ability. I rarely dream. I do sometimes, and oftentimes those dreams do come true, but I receive most of my downloads from spirit and the universe while I'm awake. So people who get to dream about it, I feel like they get a much more vivid, descriptive experience. It's almost like being in the movie instead of just watching the movie. So if you are a dreamer, as you sleep, your guides, your angels, and God want you to know that they are sending you divine guidance. You're getting your downloads as you sleep. And so some people might have a hard time meditating when they're awake. That's really the only way you can meditate. But some people do meditate during, while they're sleeping. They're just not as aware, and I feel like that's the dream. So anyways, going back to this, I feel like this card is basically trying to tell you that the answers and solutions that you seek to your issues are coming through to you in one of 2 ways, either dreaming or in this case, meditating. And I'm talking about meditating while we're still awake. If you haven't meditated, if you've never done this before, there's a really cool app called Calm. And I highly suggest that. It's one of my favorite. And I love that. So if you're not a dreamer and you're getting this card is telling you either need to pay attention to your meditation because that's where the answers are, or you're getting them during dreaming. My suggestion would be to keep a journal next to your bed so that if you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to remember that dream, because I don't know about you, but on the rare occasions that I do dream, I can't ever remember them. So I have a book. I actually have like 6 notebooks that are sitting right next to my bed on the floor so that I can just grab them and scribble down what I need to scribble down. And I wake up the next morning and I'm usually like, oh, yeah, I forgot that happened. So definitely consider recording your dreams if you're not already. They contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So let's say we're stuck, we're having trouble manifesting, we're having trouble getting the things that we want to get. They're telling you the answer is literally within you already. And I'll share a quick story with you about that. Um, for quite some time, the idea has been to, I guess I don't want to say that necessarily my idea, but I've been drawn to television, to screen, to working in front of a camera and bringing my ability to the world through that media. And I told my guides, quite a while ago, I'm like, if that's what you want me to do, and if that's what I'm cut out to do, which I feel I am, and that's where I'm supposed to go, then send it to me. Let me know how you want me to do this. I was just telling this story the other day to my manifestation class, but I was told in a download that, in a meditation, that you already have what you need to do this. In fact, you've been doing it all along. They were talking about these lives. Get on YouTube. YouTube is where it needs to be. This is where we want you to go. We want you to have full control. We don't want a producer taking over, everything for you. We don't want people telling you what to say. Your genuine ability will come through most when you are the one in control. And so YouTube was what they wanted me to do. So I'm finally listening, and we're doing that, and we're going to get there. But I asked them in my last meditation, and this was just like 2 days ago, what is the basis of this YouTube channel? Where do you want me to focus my energy? What do you want me to do? Because I have tons of ideas, but I just want to make sure that I'm on the right track. And their answer was so beautiful, and it was so profound, and so I'm so excited to share it with you. It's so simple, but it meant so much to me, and you guys mean so much to me, so I wanted to share. They said that the message that you're supposed to focus on is you. The message is within you. Everything that you speak, every idea that you bring about, every goofy conversation that you have that doesn't make any sense to you, there is substance and guidance and direction in that for someone. And so it doesn't have to go out just to the masses. If it helps just one person, then you've done your job. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, duh. How could I not know that already? All right, so let's see here. Let's go to number twos. Let's go to number twos. This one is a hard one for me, and I'm so excited that number twos got this one, because it's a message that isn't easy to get, but it is so necessary. So you got the card, ask for your needs to be met. And this card is so important, because if you're anything like me, you have a hard time with this. And this is probably one of my biggest struggles, number twos. Your angels want to come to your aid. They want to assist you. That's the whole freaking reason that they're there. But if you don't take a moment to ask them for what you want, you can't get it. Free will is the most powerful law, and free will expands between our plane of existence, Earth, as well as the afterworld, whatever you want to call it, heaven, whatever realm spirit lives in. The power of and the law of free will is the most important one. And so while your angels and guides might be seeing you struggle, I don't know who this is. Hey, I see somebody that keeps messaging you guys. Don't message her. She's a hacker. I'll take care of her later. But your angels may see you struggle. They might see you get upset or frustrated, and they're able to empathize with you. but they cannot help you unless you directly ask them. And that's something that I forget all the time. I am always constantly forgetting. All I have to do is ask. All I have to do is tell them that this is what I need. What happens instead is I get pissed because I know that they can freaking see that I'm struggling. I know that they can feel this. I know that they know that I could do their job, my job better if they would just help me in the emotional, the mental, financial, the physical situations that I'm in that moment. And they want to. That's their job. They want to help you. But you have to ask. They cannot help you unless you verbally say. And be specific. Tell them exactly what you expect them to do for you. That's their job. That's all they want to do is help. So just if you are number 2 and you pick this card, please be aware that it doesn't matter how you ask. It doesn't matter who you ask. Some people say, well, when I'm asking, am I talking to God? Am I talking to my guardian angels? Am I talking to my guides? Are my guardian angels my guides? It can get very confusing. Am I talking to Jesus? Who am I talking to? It doesn't matter. All you have to do is say, hey, I need help, and I'm talking to you up there. Whoever you are, if you want to be specific, if you want to talk directly to God, do it. If you want to talk directly to your guides, do it. It doesn't matter, but they're there to help you, and all you have to do is ask. And I feel like so many of us struggle with that, but it's so easy to ask something, an entity, an energy source versus a human being. So remember that you're not alone. And if it's hard for you to ask someone that you know physically in this realm, then ask your guides. They will move things, they will make it happen. And the cool thing about when you're asking your guides for assistance, the universe is aware of this too, and they're going to start making room for this to happen. Spirit, your guides, and the universe work together hand in hand. And that's what their purpose is. So let them do it. Talk to them. This holds true when you are asking other people, but it's so much easier. All of this holds true when you're asking other people. Usually they want to help you. Usually they're there for that. And if you're willing to show up with an energy exchange, that's how I feel about it. When I ask someone for help or when I ask someone to do something for me, I always have in the back of my mind, how am I going to repay this person? Usually it's energetically. I'm not going to just like say, here's $100, thanks for your help. While that might be easier, you want to exchange your time. It's good karma. It's good cash, good karmic cash. Okay, so ask for your needs to be met, number 2s. All right, number 3s, mindset, abundance mindset. This is a super cool card. And by the way, I went through, I don't know if you're watching here or not, but I got the meaning behind each and every card, and I've been studying them, and oh my God, I'm so in love with this deck. Anyways, if you think that mindset is the most important part, I feel like it's really broad to say this, but mindset is the most important part of manifesting and receiving and getting your desires, making things happen. That's not woohoo, that's psychology. We know that just by looking at the placebo effect, right? There's been so many studies done on the placebo effect. If you believe that you are taking or ingesting a pill that will do something in particular to you, even if it's not that, once you digest it, you will feel that it's doing its job. Your body will begin to say, okay, this is what we're supposed to do. And so your mindset in the manifestation process, in the process of using the law of attraction, is imperative. And if your mindset is super negative all the time, you're obviously not going to receive what you want. And that's kind of what this card is telling you. And we're not even necessarily talking about just negativity. We have to decide, well, where is your mindset right now? So one of the biggest mistakes that I made along the way, learning how to manifest things, was saying and feeling things about the future instead of saying and feeling things about my present. If you say all the time, we're gonna win the lottery one day, we're gonna win it, it's gonna happen, I know that it's getting ready to happen. If we repeat that mantra over and over again, yeah, you have a positive mindset, right? That's great, but you are so focused on it being one day away. What you want will always be in the future. So you have to change your mindset to the present. If I'm wanting to manifest a new home, God, I love where I live. I want to start inviting people over, have a dinner party, even if you're embarrassed about it. If you want to clean your house, let's say you're really lacking the motivation for organization or the motivation to just clean up the place. I'll oftentimes invite someone over, and cleaning isn't really my, I am obsessive compulsive, so I don't have to personally worry about cleaning. But what I'm saying is, if this is an issue for you, invite somebody over so that you can feel what it feels like to enjoy the company of somebody being in your home. And hopefully it doesn't have the adverse effect of, well, I really don't give a shit now because they're already here and they've seen the mess. That's not where that's supposed to go. Really, it's supposed to be, I really love where I'm at right now. I'm enjoying your presence in my home, and I want to continue to do this with other people. And so it's like the motivation kind of just grows up within you to take control and get the place looking the way that you want it. So your mindset is imperative. If you can see, hear, feel, think, and speak abundance presently, you will have abundance presently. So just remember that the experience, the excitement about the future is a great positive place to be in. But if you can't say or express that you are currently experiencing that, then it will always be one day ahead or 2 days ahead or whatever. The idea of receiving that abundance or whatever it is that you're trying to attract and manifest will always be in the future. Just keep that in mind. I need you to know that. All right. So letter ends. You got the gratitude list. This is probably one of my absolute favorite things about trying to get my mindset in the right place, is making a list of things that I'm grateful for. I've gotten to a point where I don't actually have to sit down and write them down anymore. I can just start and about 2 or 3, sometimes even 5 things in. My energy has just completely done a 360. It has shifted, and I'm out of the dense fog, and I'm back into a state of gratitude. And a state of gratitude is how you're going to manifest absolutely every fucking thing you want. Gratitude is the most important. It is the key, right? And so this card might come to you, letter ends, if you are thinking, I really, really want to I'm getting a download. Sorry. This happens all the time. I'll be talking, and in the middle of talking, Spirit will say, hey, I see that your light's on. You must be working. Can we come say hi? Rachel, the app's name is Calm, Calm. That's the app that I like to use for guided meditation. Hello, Kathy. So back to number 3s. You look beautiful too. Back to number 3s, or letter N's, sorry. You want to get out of the state of worry. Stop fixating on the what if situations, the what if I don't pay my bill on time, what if my boyfriend breaks up with me, whatever it is that you are concentrating on that is the exact opposite of what you want, is basically telling the universe, your guides, your angels, this is what I want. So you have to get out of the state of negativity, and the best way to do that is with a gratitude list. There are also other ways. I'm a huge pet lover. If I had more time, I would have a dog, but I don't. I have cats, and they do it for me. I absolutely love them. If I'm in a negative situation or spot, I'll often go pet my cat, which sounds dirty, but that's just me. And no, just the cat. The actual cat is what I will pet if I'm feeling down. Anyways, um, another thing that you can do is watch videos that you absolutely love. I love to watch old videos of my kids when they were tiny and the way that they would say things and the way that they would do things. And my God, after watching just 20 or 30 seconds of one of my babies when they were so small, I come out of that with such gratitude. I so desperately want to feel them and be with them, and what they're doing that's pissing me off or stressing me out is no longer an issue, because I've been able to step outside of the stress zone and focus fully on what matters. And so if you have the letter N in your name, first or last initial, this card is basically just telling you to stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive. And I just gave you several ways to do that. So consider that. So before we get off of here, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about earlier. And it's really not something I want to talk to you about. It's just something I want to express to you. The other day, a dear friend Amy sent me, I think it was a TikTok or something like that. I'm not a big TikToker. I don't really use TikTok. The only reason I have the app is because so many of my friends send me stuff and I want to see what they want to send me. So anyways, I clicked on it, and it was a beautiful, beautiful woman. Her name is Britney Renee, I think. And her message, she just felt so overcome with gratitude that she wanted to express it to her followers. And I feel that way every time I get on here with you guys. It's not once in a while. I feel it constantly. But I just wanted to tell you guys, kind of like, pay it forward. Do for you what she did for me, but in my own way and with my own downloads. And so what I want to tell you is we are in the middle of the Great Awakening. I don't know if you've heard of that term. I don't know if people have brought it up to you. Maybe you've heard it in passing and wasn't really sure what it meant. Basically, where we are waking up, we are seeing that we are all connected. We're seeing that there's a spiritual connection. We're seeing that there is life after death. There's proof of this. We've finally been able to gather enough information and enough data and enough scientific research to prove that there is something happening consciously after we pass with the energy that we once had. And so this in itself is basically called the Great Awakening. And to be someone who gets to be, I'm going to get emotional, so I'm sorry. To be someone who gets to guide, currently 5,700 of you, or however many we have on here, to guide you through this Great Awakening, to answer questions, to help you come to the realization that your loved ones aren't gone, they're just in a different form, is one of, if not the most incredible gift that I could have ever been given, next to being a mother. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I couldn't love you anymore, each one of you, whoever is seeing this, I couldn't love you any more than I love my own children. My love extends so much for each one of you, and I feel that with so many of you when I'm meeting you, when I'm shaking your hands, when we're talking, I can see your aura. And I'm not talking colors. I don't actually see colors. Basically, what I see is good or bad. And a very, 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 very few of you have I seen a negative aura. But I want you to know how incredible you are. I want you to know how beautiful you are. I want you to know that you are doing an impeccable job as a mother, as a sister, as a friend, as an aunt, as a brother, whatever the F you're doing an incredible job at it. And there's a reason that you chose to come down here, I mean, let's face it, Earth sucks. Earth is where we go when our soul, bits and pieces of our soul, want to learn how to expand, how to um, how to ascend, essentially. And so when we decide to come down here, um, it's a huge ordeal. And the fact that each one of you decided to come down now, out of all the other times that you could come down, you came down now during the Great Awakening, and you are a part of this. And oh my God, it is just such an amazing, incredible ride. And um, just talking to you right now, expressing to you how I feel about you, expressing to you what I'm feeling from above, from your guides. I am covered from head to toe in goosebumps because I know that I am speaking directly to you, and I am doing that through your guides. And I want you to know that where you're at in life is exactly where you're supposed to be right now. You are on the right path. I see you. I know how hard life is. I completely understand what you're going through because my level of empathy is stupid. But I just want you to know that there are other people out there that know what you're going through. You're not alone. And you are just doing an incredible job at life. And life is fucking hard. But I am so proud of you, each and every one of you. You're doing an incredible job. Don't stop. The paradigm is shifting, so expect things to get weirder. And just sit with yourself today at the end of your bed, put your feet on the floor, and remember to thank yourself. Because what your body is doing for you, what your mind is doing for you, what this meat suit is doing for you is incredible. And it encapsulates this, or encompasses this beautiful, beautiful soul that you have, which is pure energy, and we're all connected to that energy. You are God. They are God. This is God. We are all connected, and we are all a part of the same source. And you might look at yourself in the mirror and tear yourself down, because we are. We're horrible to ourselves. I am my worst critic, and I don't know about you, but I'm working on self-love, and I want to give you this gift. I want to give you the gift of knowing that you are supposed to hear this message today, and you are supposed to know, you individually are supposed to know how incredible of a human being you are and how amazing you've been at rocking this. So I'll leave you with that. I love each and every one of you so much. You'll never understand. And I will see you guys next week. So thank you so much for joining me. And we will talk next Wednesday. I love you guys so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.